YouTuber breakup videos. There's nothing I love more than a good YouTuber breakup video, you know, because two YouTubers get together and then they make content with each other constantly, and then sometimes the content is about pranking your significant other or treating them like hot garbage on video, and then they break up and they're like, they were so great to me, just you move on, you grow up, stuff happens. It's like, yeah, I wonder when they realize that you're an asshole. Today we're talking about an individual known as Sebastian Bales. You might have seen him in some other commentary videos from more successful people than myself. But I was like, hey, I wonder what Sebastian's up to. And I go to his channel and it's him crying, and then everybody in the comments is like, oh, I thought you were actually coming out as gay. I'm not making that. They're saying that. They're saying that, okay? Okay, direct your ire at the people in the comment section. I'm just relaying the information to you, okay?
There's always two sides to every story. I actually never thought I would be making this video. This is the truth of why we broke up. We have been together almost every single day because not only were we dating, but we were also creating videos for you guys. So we were always together. There really wasn't a second where we weren't together. And it was absolutely amazing in the very beginning. We had so much fun. And
I haven't watched Lauren's video regarding this breakup, but honestly, I don't know how either of you stand either of each other for 3 years. That's an insane amount of time to be making content such as my girlfriend, ignoring my girlfriend for 24 hours. I tried to kiss my best friend's girlfriend, telling my girlfriend I don't want to wait until marriage, letting my girlfriend sleep with another guy. I proposed to my girlfriend with a fake engagement ring, starting an argument that passed out. I put my ex-girlfriend as my background prank, convincing my girlfriend she was in a coma. I got beat up prank on girlfriend. My girlfriend goes through my phone, parentheses, terrible idea. Hickey prank on my girlfriend, parentheses, she freaked out. I spent the night in my girlfriend's house, not waking up prank on girlfriend. She cries. Picked up my girlfriend in an Uber undercover prank. Being mean to my girlfriend prank. Why did the relationship fall apart? I feel mean mocking them, right? You know, because I've been through breakups in life. That happens, you know. Everybody goes through that kind of thing. But it's another thing when you, like, publicize it to everybody else. Is it just me, or do I just find it... I personally find it a little tacky, right? You know, especially if you're too creative. My policy is that just don't, right? But for some reason, people want to turn their relationship into, like, a business venture. And you know, your relationship is supposed to be, like, love and mutual respect, but YouTubers seem to think that a relationship is pranking people, throwing them into a pool, and just being abusive and recording it on camera for shit tons of money.
Pretty much within us making videos every single day and growing up, we were, you know, young teenagers when we first started doing this, and now we're both young adults. We're no longer teenagers, and your teenage self is a lot different than your adult self.
Oh, now you guys are both young adults. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot has changed in between the time when you were 18 to when you were 21. You know, you're just a totally different person now. This is another thing about influencers, and these people are influencers. I separate influencers and content creators. I think they're different things personally, but, you know, influencers like Tana Mojo constantly do and act ridiculously, and then I'm like, oh, but you're my age. What happened to you? You know, and that's kind of how I look at it, like a guy like Sebastian Bales. All right, let's keep watching his breakup.
3 years of us being together, we have just grown to be two completely different people, and that's okay. I would just like to say that we would get into a lot of arguments. That was a major issue within our relationship. I don't think there was like almost a single day where we wouldn't have an argument. It'd be almost a miracle if everything was perfect and we didn't get mad at each other. There'd just be small things that she would get mad at me about, and there'd be small things that I would really get upset about.
Man, Sebastian, you were arguing with your significant other every day. You know, I don't want to be the person to give advice on relationships, especially like when you're trying to recover from it. That's kind of mean. But I'm gonna give you advice anyway. maybe you would have more stable relationships if you weren't pulling pranks on your significant other every single day. Like, it's really hard to take these people seriously in their emotional turmoil when they're faking emotional turmoil for views every day, right? Like, I'm not the only one that isn't a little jaded over these kind of people. Like, I can't take them seriously. And maybe I'm an asshole for that, right? And maybe people in the comments can say that I'm an asshole, but that's genuinely my opinion, right? If Sebastian Bales is genuinely beat up about this, and that's one of the reasons the relationship fell apart, well, I can see why it fell apart over the course of your entire channel's life, because you're constantly using each other at the expense of one another, and it's honestly probably going to grow. Like, anybody, even if it's a prank or it's fake, those kind of things just grow a rift between people. There's no reason for you to do it, other than you want views and money. Really, it's a matter of what do you prioritize in your life, right? Like, you can make content online, but are you going to jeopardize your personal connections to other people in your life for that fame and money? Are people in your life worth turning into shock value content, right? Is that something you want to do? Those are questions you have to ask yourself when you go to make content online, and it should really direct how you make content. And it should direct you away from doing content like that. I don't know what to say.
It just came to the point where we were just keeping this going for you guys, and it was no longer for us. And mentally, we're falling apart. I felt like a shattered mirror. I felt like I had no purpose in life.
I felt like a shattered mirror. What a fucking Californian thing to say. Felt like a shattered mirror. Oh man, I'm an asshole, aren't I?
Everything was perfect on camera, but we also choose to only show you guys the highlights and what's good about our relationship, and you never saw what really happened before and after filming.
Loves her hair. So when I pick up Lauren and I completely ignore her and I do not even compliment her beautiful hair that she just got done, she's gonna be quite mad. But we're not stopping there. Your boy is ignoring Lauren for 24 hours.
Oh, it seemed like everything was perfect on camera. Sebastian, I don't know. I'm looking at this. This was on camera. It doesn't look perfect to me. Oh boy.
What are you doing on your phone? Are you looking at other girls? Are you not interested anymore? You know what? I have a good prize for you.
You know, one of the other recurring comments in this comment section is that, like, you know, couples that get matching tattoos, it's like bad juju. You fall apart. Literally, top comment on Lauren's video is this. But I'm curious. I can't wait for them to make a video where they react to each other's exes, by the way. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. Or like their new boyfriend or whatever kind of videos. That'll be funny. I can't wait for that. Because you know that's gonna happen, right? Like, this is kind of like one of those Nikocado Orland things where you're like, they're not really breaking up, are they? You know, there's a high probability of this being one of those kind of moments in time where they're trying to goad people into watching their content to talk about them.
What's up, Godwin Gang? It's Lauren, and I'm back with another video. Definitely a video you guys would not expect. You can see it by the title right there. And I'm already freaking, like, teary-eyed and all. And that's not my plan that I wanted for this video at all.
Lauren, why'd you film this on, like, a Sony Vaio smart cam laptop webcam model number 627? Like, damn, girl, 360p SMH. At least Sebastian had the cojones to be like, let me make sure I got my spray tan on, and let me make sure I turn on my lights, and make sure I prepare for this, and also upload it in HD. But you know what? Standard definition, you know, is kind of in vogue now.
The process was really hard for me to take in and process, and even to announce it like I am right now. I think I'm just shook because I'm saying it to the screen. It's a little more heartbreaking. But this is something I've had to think about for a really long time, and it was hard for me to do. It was really hard for me, and I'm sure you guys it's hard for me to talk right now, but I'm sure you guys are wondering how we broke up, when we broke up, who broke up with who, what happened, because everything did seem really perfect. So
Lauren, allow me to give you life advice as well. You don't need to share this with anybody, right? They're not entitled to it. I understand you shared your relationship online, but if it ends, you can just be like, it ended. You don't need to tell them when you broke up, why you broke up. You don't need to do this, okay? You don't need to do all this explaining. Influencers do this all the time where they need to explain in grand detail and and painstaking remembrance of why they broke up with their ex and what was the reasoning for it. You don't. Not only do you not need to subject yourself to that, why is it anybody else's business? Right? I understand you think people are entitled, but they're not. So just don't share it.
And we both had a passion for making videos. We wanted to put that online for you guys because it was our happiness and everything. And we were doing videos every single day together and stuff, and everything was completely fine. But I think just over the 5 years, we've grown to be like kind of different people. I mean, I was 15 back then when I met him, which is so crazy because time literally flies. And I'm sorry guys if I'm not making sense when I'm talking. I'm just like shooken up. I didn't plan anything to say for you guys. I'm just saying it how it is.
I'm certain if you guys follow like the influencers that go and have all these dramatic lives and whatnot, you'll sit there and after a while you're like, oh man, I can't wait for somebody to make a video on this. That's it. But dude, when I look at this, what I see is, now don't get me wrong, I love my job, I love what I do, it's a great job, it's a banger job. I don't make the best money in the world, I don't, but like, I love what I do, you know? And a job is a part of me and a part of my personal identity, but it's a job, right? My life is my life, and it's multifaceted, and I don't want to put all that out there. And I'd argue that it would be better for influencers if they gave them more time to experience their lives outside of creating content, because my God, I look at stuff like this and I'm just like, you honestly need to diversify your life portfolio kind of deal, you know, where you need to experience and do different things and grow as a person and not just be in the rat race of creating content all the time. You know, because when I look at this and you're like, oh, well, I felt I needed to make content with him, you know, it's like, why would you subject your mental health to just be destroyed by forcing yourself to make content all the time? You know, and that's really for any kind of pursuit that you do. You have to respect yourself just as much as you respect your work. And I find that more people respect their work than they ever go to respect themselves. But both things are very important. Lauren's 20, man. You guys are treating this like you had a fucking divorce, dude. Well, maybe you did, because, you know, your entire personal brand identity is related off the fact that you have a completely unstable relationship with your orange boyfriend. Excuse me, orange ex-boyfriend. But honestly, I just think this exemplifies how people online create content, but then don't know when to give their lives space to be a life and not be a reality show, right? You know, like recently, Ryland put out that he got a new kitten, and then the kitten got smashed by a dog, and the kitten died, right? And then he had to go on a video and explain that, and it's just like, just take some time off of camera. You don't need to put it all out there. You just don't. You know, we live in such a hyper-connected age that it makes me realize sometimes I just don't need to share it with you. You know, that I don't need to put it out there. Because my life is my life. It's for me. It's not for you. And I think a lot of people go around and like, you know, like your friends will basically give the highlight reel of their life on their Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, you know, where they show you the best parts of their life and do all this constantly. But you shouldn't need to do that for people, right? It's not gonna allow you to experience those moments in your life that are worth experiencing. It's just not worth it. What you put in and what you get out is not equal. Make content for making content because you like to do that, but you need to know to give yourself time for yourself. Anyway, much like you in the comment section of both of these breakup videos, I do await Curtis Connor's video because it'll be funnier than mine. Anyway, without further ado, guys, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and that everybody is doing well and healthy and happy and being safe and sane. And as we go into the new year, that people continue to be. I don't know how much content I'm going to be putting out on the channel between now and like after New Year's for a little bit. Either that or I'll do it in advance. I don't know. But, you know, just to keep myself, I need my life, right, basically. But in the meantime, you guys can follow me on social media at FPS Diesel everywhere on your socials. Just go find me, I'm there. Anyway, guys, take care, and if I don't make another video, Happy New Year.